Look here. Mm, yeah. Yeah. What's happening? Welcome to Corner Store International Podcast. Corner Store International Podcast, hosted by me, yours truly, OMD300, and the homeboy Matthew from Nantes, France. Matthew, unfortunately, cannot be here today on this Saturday. I think it is December the 14th, no, 13th. Friday the 13th again. No, it's Saturday. My bad. I'm tripping. Yeah, I'm tripping. Yeah, it is Saturday, the 13th of December, 2025. And once again, this is another rendition of the Corner Store International Podcast hosted by me and the homie Matthew from Nantes, France. He had a previous engagement, birthday party. So, and especially since it's like 9 o'clock, almost 9 o'clock, it's like 8:45 p.m. in France right now, if I'm not mistaken. So he had somewhere to be, somewhere to go, and some personal stuff to handle. So we definitely, with that, we definitely want to see him do his business. So with that said, we went on ahead and we're gonna have a show anyway, and I'm basically just gonna vibe to some stuff, man. We're gonna kick back and chill. I got the fly paper gear on. If you like this T-shirt right here, you could go to the merch store and grab you some fly paper and represent. You know what I'm saying? Left Coast Clothing, Corner Store Television, across the globe or wherever you at in the United States. But like I said, it's your boy OMD. It is Saturday. I don't see a lot of people on the live chat. Hell, I don't see anybody in the live chat. But whoever jumps in the live or sees this later, please do me a big favor and like this live stream as well as all the other content on Corner Store TV, as well as hitting the thumbs up button, the notification bell, so you'll know when all my content is on. And also just become a member and also a subscriber to Corner Store TV. It'll greatly be appreciated. And yeah, it looks like everybody must be busy this Saturday. From what I was told by my analytics, um, or the people who are in the department of handling my analytics to see uh, about subscriptions and people seeing the channel and everything. From what it says that Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I believe, is the best days to do content creation or live streaming or anything on YouTube, at least for me, analytically. That's what they say in my analytics portion of YouTube. So I'm just surprised by that. the people are coming on those days. Sunday, I could kind of understand Sunday. I can understand Sunday because Sunday is one of them chill days. I know everybody's home watching football or movies. Sunday is a chill day. It's always been a chill day or going to church or something. So a lot of people probably usually be at the crib, you know what I'm saying, handling their business and whatnot. And and I think that's the reason why this it's saying on Sunday is a good day to do live streaming or podcasting or whatever on YouTube, which is a real shock. I never I guess Sunday I guess Sunday would be a good day since everybody is at the house. Hey, what's going on with everybody in the United States, man? All my subscribers, if you get a chance to jump on this live stream, because I know you guys is busy. It's Saturday. People are going out and doing things, setting up to go on parties. Yesterday, I was sitting at home and I was smelling barbecue smoke. Somebody was outside barbecuing. It's been an unusually, it was cold as fuck at first, but it's been unusually warm in this December for Los Angeles. Los Angeles is not a real cold place as it is. I mean, everybody's either fleeing to California or fleeing to Florida more likely to get away from all this winter weather we've been having across the nation. But this is the time of the year for it. Hell, they got winter reports over in Europe that some record snowfall over in Europe. Record snowfall over in Europe, man. Just crazy snowfall. That shit is wild. I was in Germany for 4 years, and I couldn't believe how much snow that country gets this time of year. It is snowed in. And if you got enough bread in Germany, obviously, if you got enough bread and you got a nice house, and there was a few people that I knew that lived on the economy that were German citizens that were associates of mine at the time when I lived there. One guy in particular had a nice little house on the outskirts of the town where my barracks was, and it was almost like a farmhouse. I think he might have had sheep, if I remember correctly. Bro might have had sheep, and yeah, beautiful couple, beautiful dogs. They look like Labradors, and I guess they help with the sheeping and whatnot. Um, I didn't see him out there tending to no sheep or anything. I just saw that it was sheep out there where he lived. It was in Germany. I have to admit, is a beautiful country. It's beautiful. A lot of rolling hills. There's mountains there, but not crazy mountains and nothing like that. A lot of hills. It's a. It gave me a real wild vibe when I was there because first off, the culture shock hits you that you're actually in Europe. If you've never been anywhere, especially across the Atlantic to Europe, when we touched down in Germany, it didn't really hit me then. It didn't hit me when I first got to Germany, when I first took the MAC flight. Military Airlift Command is what the MAC flight acronym stands for. And I got over there, and they send you to a place in Frankfurt, Germany, called 21st Replacement. 21st Replacement is a place where you already have your orders. You give your orders to them, and they sequester transportation to take you with your orders to go ahead on and go to your duty station and give me your information and basically sign in. Is that where that's where you're going to be, and you're going to be commanded by them. But it wasn't snowed. Was it snowed in when we got there? No. Initially when I got to Germany, there was no snow on the ground. It was actually, was it cloudy? I think it might have been overcast, but it wasn't snowing or nothing like that. I remember getting off the plane, and we didn't get off at a gate or anything. When you do a MAC flight, they bring the stairs right up to the plane, and we walk down the stairs and walk right onto a bus. The bus takes you to the 21st Replacement where they give you a bunk because to in process you takes about a day or two, and you're pretty much kicking it on that bunk until they get you to your regular duty station. It's so much of a whirlwind situation that your head is spinning. It's like you're not even realizing you're over in Europe. You're not realizing it at all. You're not realizing it. And I remember the day I realized I was in Germany. They have alerts when you're in the military. They do these alerts. It's part of your training. What an alert is especially in Europe, since we were a part of the fighting force that was supposed to fight the Soviets. Uh, the wall was up in Germany when I was there, um, meaning there it separated the Eastern Bloc countries from the rest of Europe. In other words, there was the East Germany, and there was a West Germany. Obviously, I was on the West German side, on the side that NATO controlled. And when you first get to 21st replacement, they're um, they're very cool. You know what I'm saying? I tell you, I just didn't realize I was in Germany until one day when we had an alert in my unit, and they wake you up in the middle of the night, maybe 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. They bang a bell or a gong to get everybody to jump up. Alert, alert, alert. It's like it's supposed to be simulated alert saying, we're being under attack, or, it's going down. And so you got to run and get all your uniforms on, get your TA-50, which is your rucksack and all of your materials that they give you. You web gear up, you get your shit ready, you go to your vehicle, we pull out and we go on a road march, what we call a road march. Now, road marches can be like, if you're infantry, they do road marches on foot. So if you're using an infantry unit, there's a good chance that they're probably gonna ride you on trucks. It'd be crazy to just have you walking all over Germany. I never saw it, but I'm sure there's portions of it where they actually do walk. But 9 times out of 10, even if it's an infantry unit, they're going to be on some kind of wheels in a 113, which is an armored personnel carrier, a deuce and a half, or a 5-ton truck. They're going to have some kind of vehicle that's going to, carry you guys. So that's what the road marches were. It'd be a line of maybe 30 to 40 vehicles, and they just driving all over Germany and doing training for shooting, moving, and communicating if war actually happened. And I was sitting on top of my vehicle, not my vehicle in particular, but it was the vehicle that my particular gun unit drove. I was in artillery. We used to fire cannons and shit, and we had self-propelled cannons, which is a 109. Um, and we used to drive that, and we drove a vehicle called a Fast V, which is the ammo track that supported the gun, that had all the rounds in it, all the powder, and all of that stuff, and the fuses. And there were people that manned that vehicle. So yeah, man, it was interesting. It blew me away. I'm sitting up there. I had my TC helmet on. I had the microphone, talking to the driver, and the TC helps the driver because if you've ever seen a tank or any of those vehicles, you're sitting in a thing. It's like you're sitting in a hole, and you got the steering wheel and the thing that makes the tracks move. And it's like, you open the shit up like this, and then you can sit out and look and drive. But if we were in a battle situation, you would close that hatch, secure it, and you would look through a thing about this big just to drive. On some of the newer vehicles now, they have that thing where it can move if you need it to. But back then, it was just like this. You could just see through. You could only see straight ahead, and maybe a little bit to your left and a little bit to your right. That's what the TC, which I was. I'm on the top hatch, and I'm sitting. You can lean on that thing. It's like once you open the hatch, you can lean on it and hold on to the thing, and then you have a helmet on with a microphone. You've probably seen it in some of these war movies, like with the helicopter pilots in war movies. They have those helmets on and they pull the microphone down like that. You have those in tanks too. You have those in howitzers, 113s, hell, vehicles like that. and you could talk, and it's an inside the vehicle communication. You could talk to the driver, you could talk to your sergeant. So yeah, that's when I realized I was in Germany. I was sitting up on top of the vehicle, and we had been riding around for at least 2 hours already. Some road marches last a long time because we might drive 400 miles that day before we turn around and go back to back Kissing. They already pre-planned that's how long we're gonna be out there. They already pre-planned the destination and the route it's gonna be taken. And we driving everywhere, and I'm looking at snow-capped mountains, and Germany's just a beautiful place, man. It is. I don't To talk about WW2, not having been there. I wasn't in the 1940s. I have no idea how it was to live back then. But all I know is I can't really see a reason other than domination of the world, like they said he wanted to do, Hitler, that is, and ethnic cleansing as far as whites, blacks, and whoever. I fucking. But that's such a beautiful country that you would think that they would want to like protect that country versus try to raise up to take on the rest of the world. You know what I'm saying? It just didn't make any sense to me after being in Germany and actually getting a chance to see the place. I was blown away. It's a beautiful place. And that's when I realized I was in Germany. For those who have never been out of the United States, for those who've only probably traveled to a few states in the United States, for those who've just taken cruises to Jamaica or went to Mexico or something, you need to get over to Europe. Even though that place is definitely a place that is, I should say, dominated by Caucasian people for sure, which has no bearing on anything other than how they feel about us versus how we feel about them. But Europe is a beautiful place. I got a chance to see Spain. I got a chance to see um, Britain for a few minutes, and I can leave this planet knowing that I traveled, even though it was on the nickel of the United States government. I would have probably never, if had I not joined the military, uh, I probably would have never seen any of these places. To be honest, with you. Probably never seen them. So for me to be able to say that uh, under whatever circumstances I ended up seeing it, because I had some people make jokes. Oh, nigga, you would have never seen that if you in this business. I mean, even if that's true, who give a fuck? That's supposed to be demeaning. You ain't demeaning me because I went to the service and did get to see those places. The funny thing is, the people who usually say stupid shit like that are people who would never see those places. And if they do see those places, they still haven't one upped you by, you know what I'm saying? That don't even make any sense. He's saying it like because I ain't become a success and I ain't got $100,000 to go. If I did, I would go there as many times as I wanted. I don't know. People feeling like they dissing you by saying some shit like that. Those be the same people that end up homeless or in jail or and the only reason why I can even say that is because I know that to be true. These same people who be having so much to say about a motherfucker, people hit me up, so much to say about somebody, usually don't be doing nothing in life. Perfect example. People said that I wouldn't be doing anything on YouTube. I wouldn't get any subscribers. I wouldn't this, I wouldn't that. A lot of people said that. You don't buy into nobody's bullshit. My thing is this. The only reason why there's a Corner Store International podcast is because I was smart enough and had enough wherewithal and wasn't a coward and decided to venture into doing content, into having a YouTube that is happily turning into something real special. I know I talk about my numbers all the time. I just had them hit me up. I actually didn't know. I thought I started in 21. Uh, but Come to find out, I started in 23. I started in 2023 doing podcasting. It's now 25, about to be 26. So that'll be 3 years. A lot of people told me that's been doing podcasting and content creation said it took them 5, 6 years before they finally started getting people to subscribe and to take interest. When in actuality, when I think about it, I did pretty good. I mean, in 2.5, 3 years times, I ended up getting over 35,000, going on 40,000 subscribers on content that I create that about things that I love, which means it's things that they either care about or like just like me. So I couldn't be more proud of that, more happy about that. And I'm gonna continue to keep doing what I'm doing. I wish my man 50 Grand was here today, but Matthew is at a birthday party in France. It was a friend's birth, a personal thing that he had to do, and he had forgot about it. Um, like I said, my homeboy is in France live as we speak. Whenever we do this content, so there's a huge time difference, several hours. It's nighttime there. It's 12 noon straight up here, which I was supposed to start at noon, but like I say, I always start early. But it's 9 o'clock. And so that means it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hours difference. So, you know what I'm saying? So when he's on with me, it's either day or night there. You know what I'm saying? So for him to even, he also started, if you notice the banner, he started Corner Store Television Europe. I can't be more proud of that dude. That dude thought enough of me to want to join and get on board. And he calls it exactly what it is. It's a movement. Corner Store Television is a movement, man. It is. It's a movement. We're not doing this for our health. We're doing this to not only give our opinions about certain subjects, we also want to bring back and be nostalgic about hip hop, be nostalgic about R&B. We do not want we do not want any of this stuff to die. The way things are going and the way things look, the record labels out here, they've destroyed music as we know it, especially black music. They want to control everything. They want to control the movie industry. They want to control the movie industry. Did you guys know Sinners, the movie directed by Ryan Coogler and starring Michael B. Jordan, who played a dual role as twin brothers in that movie. And the movie's about vampires. It's one of the greatest horror films to ever have been come out. And there's been some great fucking horror films. And for Sinners to be as it was an absolutely beautifully done, artful film. See, it wasn't just a film about vampires. They went into the history of music when it comes in regards to black people. They went into the history of music from blues to hip hop, rock and roll, everything. That movie touched a lot of different spectrums of the world, as well as horror. And do you know they're talking about leaving it out of the Oscars? There are entities, media entities like the New York Post, or I don't know if it's the New Yorker magazine, as well as what's that one, Rolling Stone and Variety have been talking bad about the movie Sinners. They talked bad about it before it was released. Once it released, it made 300 and some $1 million on a budget of like, I don't know what the budget was. I think the budget might have been 50 million. I think I might, don't quote me on that. But as far as I'm saying, the budget was exceeded 3, 4 times. It was an unequivocal hit. And to this day, people still talking about the movie. The surprising thing to me is we still live in a day and age where we dealing with bullshit like this. Great movie. Great movie. Great movie. Now ask yourself, and this is Corner Store Podcast International. Ask yourself, why is there a I'm gonna say conspiracy to keep black, not only black filmmakers in America, black American filmmakers and actors, whether they may be men or women. Why would you have to go all the way across the water to Britain and all these other countries to find actors to be in American films when you have homegrown actors here that can play those parts of people that they've seen every day? Key and Peele on the Key and Peele show made a skit about a movie, a gangster movie, where one of the black actors in the scene was actually a drug dealer from New York, and the other one was an actor from Britain who had been on the BBC and also on stage in Britain, and they were both acting like gangsters. And the director kept telling the dude who's actually used to be a gang member actor that he's not giving him what he wanted. You know what I'm saying? I was like, what the fuck? In other words, he was saying that the British actor was acting more like a hood than he was, and that what his acting style wasn't believable, even though that's what he used to be actually be in real life. Basically, what the skit was trying to say was there is conscious effort, a conscious effort, and I can prove that it's also in music as well. There's a conscious effort to stop the flow of money going to American artists, whether they be in film, television, or music, just to give that money to foreign artists, actors, filmmakers. You know, in the recent years, all of a sudden, all of these films, these foreign films, are getting more press and more love from the film entities in the United States than films from inside the US. And I understand why that is. They don't want us to win. And that's just simply what it is. They do not want us to win. It's all good though. And that's the reason why I'm talking to y'all internationally, because wherever you come from, if your name is Tyler and you come over here black as all get out, and they ask you a question on the Breakfast Club, do you feel like you're a black woman? And you look back at your publicist to ask for help for an answer for that question. That only proves that colorism is a real thing in not only the United States, it's a real thing in the world. They rather let a guy like whatever that Gangnam Style dude from Korea blow up with that whack ass song and put money behind K-pop, which is nothing but imitation of R&B and hip hop. And a lot of people say flattery. I mean, imitation is the purest form of flattery. In some cases, that's true. In a lot of cases, that's bullshit. I think people are just stealing our style because you know it makes bread. They see their people, the Danish people from the Dutch and the Danes, their people love hip hop. So of course, what are their kids gonna do? What are the Japanese kids gonna do? What are the Chinese kids gonna do? Our music and our pop culture in America rules the world. So everybody's going to mimic us because they know that the people who have money in whatever country it is, they see that. So they be like, fuck it, we might as well make a hip hop group for Korea. We might as well get a hip hop group in Singapore. And because they see that the money is being made even in their country by artists from the US. The influence is there. So what are you going to do? You're going to copy that. You're going to copy it. You could have a big group from your country that does the same stuff that the American artists do in your country. Russia got a contingent of hip hop artists. Russian people love fucking hip hop. So it's around the world, man. Our pop culture in America rules the world. And most of major pop culture that is in the world, whether it's be musically or in films like Sinners and all these other films. They clone Tyrone. We make money in this culture. We make money in this country. And the only thing is they don't want us to make that money. That's the reason why they've moved the goalposts and made these changes. Spotify, you got to get 1 billion streams even to make $20,000. They've killed that industry because all of the artists started to go uh, solo. I wouldn't say solo. What is it? They have no label. They just start selling this shit themselves. And they still could do that. I don't know why you would be on a streaming service. I'm on a streaming service. I got music on streaming service. The only reason why is I don't have enough money to create a website and also go make music every day. There's artists out there that could go to the studio right now and be in that motherfucker for 7 days straight, and they'll go make out 2 or 3 albums and go get that shit to a major label for them to cut them a check. They got a motherfucking recoup versus taking the money that they have from doing the shit they've been doing and creating their own record label, putting out promotion on TV everywhere for you to go to my website to buy this music. You can't get it nowhere else. You can't go nowhere else but this website right here to buy my album. That is real power. That's when you know you're doing what you need to be doing. Hey, it's gonna be a short show today, man, because I ain't got the homie with me. And he needed to be here today. But I understand he having a good time. And he definitely deserved to have a good time. It's your boy OMD. I'm about to get up out of here, man. I'm only gonna do a 30-minute show today. You know what I'm saying? And it's all good. Ain't nobody mad. I'm about to get up out of here. I love y'all. Come back next Saturday. Hopefully the homeboy will be here and we can continue. You know what I'm saying? Corner Store International Podcast with me, OMD300, and the homeboy Matt, who ain't here today, best from Nantes, France. We'll catch your ass next Sunday. It's all good. Peace.